Hey, hey, folks, John Duffin here with Duffin Media, and welcome back to another episode of Your Monday Motivation. Your Monday Motivation is the place where we kickstart your week, that jolt of energy and action that makes everything work a little bit smoother, faster, and on point. And now that you know it's 2023, I'm going to introduce you to my partner in crime, superstar, lender, and overall superstar, Chad Levine. Good morning, buddy.
JD, I am razzled up today. Razzled up. The glasses are
awesome.
Meant to be a sign for us. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to start bringing some props in. I'm going to bring props in, and this is meant for us at some point throughout the broadcast. Every time now, I'm going to put on the glasses, and you know what they're supposed to signify?
2023.
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. But what about 2023? What about it?
But what about 2023?
We got to move. We got to move, brother. It's 2023. We got to move and take some action.
So 2023, I'm going to call this our check-in. Every day we're going to check in, and we're going to see how are we doing with our goals for this year.
I like it. Oh,
you dig it?
I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Great, good stuff,
so
man. All right.
When it comes to that point in the show, I'm going to pull these out. And then I'm going to pull these out, and that's going to be our segment. We'll leave it towards the end of the show.
Deal.
But I just wanted to introduce them at the beginning.
Brother, I'm glad you did that. Hey, and speaking of introducing, you put up a great social media post today. And folks, you better be following Chad Levine. And here's a good reason. You put up a great, easy to follow, but blunt post today on social. Want to talk about that for a second?
Yeah, I mean, it sets the tone for today, but it's funny. Like, this is all feeding off the win. Sorry if you're a Dallas or New York fan.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah, sorry.
Go Birds. Go Birds, baby.
I mean, and in true Philadelphia spirit, I got two birds for you. Oh! But, no, it's feeding off that energy. And I think it's rising to the occasion. It's taking advantage of the opportunity. You know what, John? We said this before. Of course, I want them to win. Of course, I want them to win. But it's the feeling of getting there. It's the feeling you have that's really what I'm trying to capture. And YOLO was inspired by that because we're now in the third week of January, right? And you should all be kicking some ass or jumping in. Jump in.
Check you out. Now, first of all, for all of you folks, now, I'm really damn proud of myself because I didn't have to Google anymore what YOLO means. So for those 3 or 4 people that don't know yet, in addition to me, you only live once. Chad Levine just set me up beautifully for our quote of the day. And folks, by the way, it's a damn good one in terms of helping me. I hope it helps you too. And so what we want to touch on right away is that's essence of jump. And I love your shades. By the way, so do those shades signify something? I know the 2023 ones do. What do these shades signify? Other than you look hot as hell.
No, well, that I appreciate. But
sure,
I also got a new light that's a little blinding. I'm not going to lie. But in addition to all of that, it's part of my mantra and something that I'll touch on, which is if you see every post I make, I'm wearing these. And it's kind of like when you put on your superhero suit. Right?
It's the Superstar brand. And it's beautiful, man. It is beautiful. So look, hey, folks, this is what I saw today. And because my buddy put up a awesome "You Only Live Once" post, I wanted to do something with it. And I felt like for us as a team, that Chad and I work really well together. And it's always going to be about action. So the quote that I put up, which is from Steve Harvey. And the quote is as follows: the one thing that every single successful, and I'm going to say person, had to do to become successful, and so do you have to jump. And if we got 2 minutes, I can touch on that real fast. And whoa, we do. All right. So to me, Jump is about action. It's not about frivolous, right? So jumping ain't planning. It's not pondering. It's not organizing. It's not fact finding. Jumping is jumping. And I know that there have been days in my life, and I'll speak for me and maybe for you too, where that sense of you only live once, I'm just going to take the leap, is by making bad decisions. You know what? You only live once. I'll call out sick today. You only live once. I'll have 10 more drinks. You only live once. I'll go overspend. That ain't what this is about. That you only live once part, at least in this context. And the jump is to do the thing that scares you, do the thing you've been dreaming about, do the thing that you feel like, I'm almost ready. I think I'm ready. I've been laying out the groundwork. The jump part, and that's what Steve Harvey was articulating, that leap of faith. Go take the leap. For me, for instance, I remember when I started my voiceover business before the voice coaching, right? I had no reason or right to be able to do this. And the one thing I did was when the opportunity presented itself in 2019, I left. I jumped. It was hard hell, all sorts of things I had to do, equipment, branding, planning, all that kind of nonsense. The hardest part of all of it and the biggest rush came from the actual jump, the actual aligning that I'm a voice talent. When I launched the coaching platform, helping other people, that sense of action, how do you do it? It's so damn hard. Creating a course, I better plan. The jump is the actual doing of it. It doesn't mean sloppy. It doesn't mean frivolous. It doesn't mean reckless. It simply means just take that singular leap. Today, Monday, take a... And there's 2 minutes, baby. The shades off. This makes it feel something really important's about to happen. So anyway, you go ahead and smarten it up for me.
Well, I didn't think you... Did you really want to talk to me with shades on the whole time?
Whatever way you roll, I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
So here's my thought behind all of it, right?
Great.
When you have how many different thoughts going in your mind at one particular time, right? So there's the fear, there's the worry, there's the anxiety, there's the motivated, there's the courageous. It can go on and on and on, right? And right. You spend time in each of those phases of the thought process, right? You really do. You will live in the fear. You'll live in the anxiety. You'll live in the courageous. My whole message today is how do you get yourself to spend more time in the YOLO part of that thought process, right? Because at the end of the day, analysis by paralysis, yada, yada, yada. My whole thought thing and the way that I approach life is, yes, I'm fearful. Yes, I'm anxious. As life has gone on and I have more people to worry about and I have more responsibility, as I get older, you spend more time in the fear and less time in the YOLO, right? But how do we, in our prime of our careers, or where we're building to be our prime of our careers, get back into that YOLO, get back into that 20-year-old person with nothing to lose and everything to gain, right? And that's the whole notion behind the post, and that's the whole purpose of today. How can John and I give you some tips as to how you can spend more time in that phase of the thought?
And
so, John, what do you think?
So first off, I love that. So, for instance, literally communicating. Here's what for me, and then if you want to use it, great. Communicate to a singular person outside of social media what exactly I do, how exactly I can help. One person, make one phone call, send one.
But John, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you.
Go ahead, man. Sure.
You've done that. You've done that already. But how do you do it? How do you do it with the courage of saying, I'm going to tell you whether you like it or not?
Oh, okay. Great question, by the way. And I always respect and appreciate a challenge. So for me, it's like No pushback. So what I've done to tighten up is, you want to put your shades on for a moment? The 2023 ones. What I've done is for today and for this week is very specifically in terms of getting closer to the goals. So I reviewed the list of people that know what I do, and I have added to that list. I felt like I was telling the same story to the same people over and over and over. And that's great. There's nothing wrong with repetition. So what I have done and what has changed is I have literally challenged myself to go find some new people. Where? Google. Who needs executive mentorship? Who specifically? What corporations from 50 to 100 in this region? I like this region. One, I'm Philly and I'm biased. But the other is I like more in-person things right now. We have this opportunity to engage again, really engage, which is show up, feel the energy of in-person events. So whether I'm speaking or whether I'm coaching or both, I get the opportunity to go face to face. So in companies 50 to 100 in the Philadelphia region, there's a ton of people I have not spoken to. And that's where I've challenged myself. Go find them and let them know. That's what I'm doing.
I dig it. So let me go more granular on that.
Sure.
And then I'll bring it back to my world in real estate and lending, right?
Yep.
So it's a very, very saturated industry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It's very difficult sometimes to get the door open, right? Mm-hmm. To get people to listen to what it is you do. And not only that, when the door's open, how do you get them to really listen? Because John, do you know how many times I've said to somebody, "Hi, I'm Chad Levine. I'm a mortgage lender." And in the back of their mind, their door in their mind goes like this. "Oh, I already have a lender. Oh, excuse me. All I said was, "Hi, I'm Chad Levine. I'm a mortgage lender."
And then I'm going to put my guard up and in essence end the relationship that hasn't begun by saying, "You know what? Correct. I'm good." As if here's what I would say. Here's what I'm coming to realize. And I love that. What I'm coming to realize is there is an immediate expectation that is coming at this point. When you say, "I am an executive mentor. I optimize communications by using, leveraging your voice." Oh, no, I already got a life coach. I'm a mortgage lender. Listen, Jesus, if I had a nickel for every, right.
It's true.
But it's true. It's the opportunity to not say, "Hey, wait," like I'm inclined to do. Look, here's a suggestion, and from me, and then I'll share it to anyone else. Get a little less defensive in that it's like they say that
it's
and
not even me, it's them. It's not even me, it's them.
So drop the guard. It's like, great. Then I'm one more mortgage lender. Awesome. Then I get add to the list.
I feel like, and just so you know, so the answer is, what solution have I created for that? Right?
That's there you go.
Answer.
Exactly.
And the solution is I create a sense of FOMO. And how do I do that? Because I say,
I'm Googling. Hold on. Oh, fear of missing out. Okay, got it. Yeah.
No, but you have to create a sense of FOMO. What I mean by that is, right? You're not going to sell if you go in trying to sell yourself. I always tell people, you're trying to go to third base on the first date. Okay. Stop it. Stop doing that. Okay. I'm telling you right now, listen to me.
Okay.
You have to use your success stories and let them speak for you. Right. So in an industry like that, where, you sit there, instead of saying, "Hey, I'm a life coach," you say, "Hey, do you know blah, blah, blah?" Because, it's funny. I've worked with them in the past. And then they start to say, "Yeah, I actually do know that person." Right. Or that is somebody I've worked with. Instead of coming out and telling them how you're going to change your life, it's almost like playing hard to get. Yeah, I'm in mortgages, but you know what? I really love being creative and helping people build their brands. I really like helping people find that source of motivation that gets them to the next level, right? I don't focus in on interest rates and loan products because it's snoozeville. It's snoozeville, right? And the reason I'm telling you that is everyone needs a strategy. You need that in your mind. And that's part of that YOLO thought, which is I don't care if you're Michael Jordan or a high school starter. I'm going to come up to you with the same level of confidence. I'm going to have the same, resiliency, and I'm not going to have any expectation of your response. But if you can't be a human being and just say, "Oh, nice to meet you," and have a general conversation with me, well, that's more
That's your problem. That's your. Now, hey, can I share a 2-minute example? You don't need to put the timer. You don't need to put the timer up. But I was going to say, I do. But I was going to say of how I met you. I literally, our friend Maria, and Chad has had Maria on his shows a multiple number of times for good reason. She's freaking amazing. So I am a massive fan. Maria's with Compass and Compass Real Estate, and just a damn good person. She also owns a store in New Jersey you should get to. Away from that, she invited me to this event, a charity event. Right. And I'm all nerves with these things. Oh, I don't know if anybody's going to know me or like me. Blah, blah, blah. I go through that. It's my own weird mental thing. Right. So show up. Gorgeous. Right. Showed up. Gorgeous night. We're on the rooftop of some killer building in Center City, Philadelphia. And this guy is there and he's got a whole circle of people around him. The number, here's your under over, Chad Levine. 3. The number of times I heard mortgage and or interest rates or anything came up in when I was watching my new friend, I didn't know Chad Levine, right? And I'm watching this guy and I'm mesmerized and he's funny as hell and everything's rolling great. I was like, I need to be one of the cool kids and meet this guy, right? And meanwhile, it's like, so the under over was 3. What would you say would be in an under over of how many times mortgage or interest rate came up?
I mean, knowing me, 0.
It's under, and that's it, folks. That's it. And when we were taking the elevator back downstairs and out the door, and the next time I spoke to Chad Levine, if you wanted to talk interest rates and mortgage and all that stuff, I'd have been all ears. I'd have been all ears. I'm like, hell, let me know. What do you do? I want to know more. That sense you said so beautifully. Don't go to third base on the first date. Well, that's what it is. That sense of if somebody really puts a guard up, it just isn't your job to chisel them down. I think it's so much easier. You would ask me, what am I doing differently and all that stuff? Find different people. You hear these cliches. Find your audience. It's true.
Find your fans too, John.
Find your fans. Go find your fans. You've got them, folks. Everybody does. To me, it's like that sense of you only live once. Don't sit there and get so bogged down with how do I get this guy to get that I am a business coach or a mortgage lender. You try harder. Go find somebody that buys in.
You keep going. You keep trying. You interact with more and more people. It's really the law of keep throwing it up there. But the key is at the end of the day, YOLO is really all about authenticity. YOLO is being yourself, right? Because that's really where it is. You want to wait until someone says, well, what do you do? Because they like you.
Yeah.
Like, because they like you, not because you're wearing a jacket with dollar signs all over it and some horrible looking glasses and you look like a rapper from the 1990s. Hey, I'm a douchebag. Call me. Right? Because that's what you feel like.
Or the worst New Year's Eve party you've ever been to, and everybody's got them on, and they're all like, "Oh, I got it.
No, but you know what's funny? It's John. You know, there is a rhythm and rhyme and reason and ingredient to every show we do. And I wanted to come out here today, and I wanted to tell everyone, high off that Eagles win, and say, "Look,
damn right.
You know, it's time to unleash your beast. It's time to be yourself." And who cares if they tell you no?
Yeah.
Who cares? Like, and honestly, your thought process needs to be, they just weren't listening, and I'll get back to them. And if they do, fine. And if they don't. That's it.
I'll get better at this. I'll improve upon it. If they teach me something, if somebody puts up a guard and they actually teach me something, great. But what they can't teach me is whether or not I move forward. That's on me. That's singularly on me. And folks, that's on you. So when it's like you only live once, it's your chance to make a great, good decision, that gutsy decision, all that stuff that you've overthought. It's like, no, damn it, just jump, take that leap, do something singular that demonstrates and proves that you belong in the game. You've got a seat at the table, and that you're here. And like you said, unleash the beast. I love that. I freaking love it.
And John, I'm going to tell you something else. Everyone's got to have a trigger that gets them into that YOLO mindset, right?
Give me an example. Give me an example. What do you mean? I love this. That was so perfectly done. That was so perfectly done. Even this, Chad Levine, even the speed of you putting on the boom.
Right?
I need some cool specs. Listen, folks, you would do far worse than grabbing yourself. I don't know that anybody could wear specs as well as my co-host partner. But try. But I love it. There's your trigger. Oh,
that's
my God.
The trigger.
Right?
That's the trigger. So the reason why I am coined the superstar lender is because I want to trigger a thought of excellence and expectation, so that when you go through the process with me, you walk out with a certain feeling and a vibe and an expectation. And that's the whole idea. Whatever brand you choose should be a representation of what you want people to feel and think and remember about you.
Oh my God. I just
YOLO.
Right?
It's
YOLO, baby. Folks, I don't know what better advice to just get you to move, and I ain't telling you what to do, to get me to move, right? Yep. That it's like, okay, I feed off of Chad's energy, and I feed off this platform and any comment and any viewer and because he gets me to move. And folks, that we hope we're good for you as well too. Is there anything else that you think that we could pop into play today that would rock somebody's world? Or, oh my God. Love it. So how are we doing in 2023, you ask? Well, here's what I would say in terms of making things happen. I'll speak for me. Like I said, in terms of a follow-up, two things. Three. Number one, which is pre-show we were talking about, it's literally getting the hell out there for me, making certain that anybody who can work with me is aware of what I do. I was at a networking event last week, cold, rainy night. So easy to blow those off if you're me, right? Oh, I'll go next time. Showed up, beautiful. Got to share my story, got to grab some additional leads. In addition, I've got 3 appointments this week that all have to do with teaching and coaching, which are all in my wheelhouse right now. It's really important to me to be teaching and coaching, leveraging my voice on group levels. That's number 2, right? And then number 3, which is re-engage as it relates to 2 things. Number 1, understanding. So sending out information as regards to the fact, folks, I am a realtor. I don't want to act like I'm not. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Philadelphia, damn it. And I'm also a damn good voice talent. And so it's not just me knowing it. It's, oh my God, best quote I ever heard. It's a voice coach that literally said, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. And that's what I'm also leaning into this week. I don't want to be like just Johnny quote, but it's like, but that's what I'm doing this week, brother. I hope that answers your question. How about you?
No, I mean, well, first and foremost, we'll do a self-check.
Oh, I don't have them, right? Okay.
I am still swimming in the abyss. If Jason were on the show right now, which I'm not letting him come on, dude, don't you dare come on. I've still been swimming in the abyss of like what to call myself, what to do, what show I'm going to make. I just need to just start talking, just shove the mic in my butt and just keep going, you know?
YOLO, 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 YOLO. You're so damn powerful to me. You're so damn powerful that I agree.
I'm going to come out of it. I'm going to come out of this abyss.
Oh, you're gonna.
And it's going to be super good. But, you know, it's funny, John, as the show morphs, the more I'm realizing that I think we're becoming in addition to just getting people to move and do things and take
Right,
action,
right.
I think we're really developing a personal branding show. Like we're teaching you how to develop, and it goes in line with you, which is developing your voice, finding your identity, and projecting it to others. So 2023 I have not done well.
So put the shades on, baby.
I'm committed. Listen, I'm committed to doing better. I'm committed to doing better. But what I have not done well in hitting any of the goals I've wanted to hit, and that is a bunch of horse. Yeah. And I'm not going to lie to any of you.
So we got today. Today, brother.
I coach people really well, but I suck at taking my own advice.
Well, listen, your advice is great, and so you should. I'm not just blowing smoke. Honest to God, I ain't blowing smoke up your backside. I think you are great. So, brother, I think we're going to do damn good. So, we in a good place? We're going to move? We're going to make things happen?
Listen, if today's episode didn't make you want to stay in that, get into that YOLO mindset, find the things that trigger you to get there, and use that as the catalyst, and let that be fearless. Be fearless. It doesn't matter what the result is. Just bring it every single time.
And this time is the best time. Just take this time and then see how it goes. You want to take, folks, you have just heard another episode of Your Monday Motivation. Chad Levine, why are we here?
Your weekly kick in the arse.
Oh my God, my buddy Sandra Lee, public speaker, book writer, author, coach, just a damn right it is so good. And this is your weekly kick in the arse, folks, and we just delivered it. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We love it, and we will be back with more. Have a fantastic day. And from my superstar coach, Lender,
peace.